Hello and follow me in this tutorial where you not only learn how to make the shadow text effect, but also watch in full detail how it is done to solidify the concepts in your brain to become a smarter user of Photoshop. Welcome to my channel, Sloppy to Rocky. Let's do this. So I'm going to start off by adding a rectangle here. I'll come here and press this rectangle tool and click on the screen anywhere. And I'm going to make it to the size of the canvas, which is 1500 by 1500 pixel. That's what I've set it to. I'm going to press OK. Then let's just press the letter V to get the move tool and let's move it towards the center of the screen. I'm going to go here in the fill appearance in the properties and I'm going to change its color. Press here, and the color that I'm going to give to this background is this dark olive shade. As you can see, I'm going to press OK and I'm going to come here in the layers and I'll just lock it so that it doesn't move. So the next thing that I'm going to do here is that I'm going to add text here. So you can come here on the left hand side and press T, or alternatively, you can simply press the letter T and click on the screen. So I'm going to just type the word H. I'm going to press OK and I'm going to press Control T and increase the size of this alphabet and press tick here. Let's use the move tool and kind of place it here. So the next thing that I'm going to do is obviously I'm going to add a gradient to this. For that, I'll come here on the right hand side and where we have the layer text or where the letter H is written, I'm going to double click on this and this will open the layer style. And if you come down here, it says gradient overlay. I'm going to tick on it. And as you can see, it sets a basic gradient to it, which is by default. So I'm going to come here and click on gradient overlay and this will open up the menu. You pull it up here. It says blend mode is normal, the opacity is there, and this is where you can set the gradient colors or designs or overlays, whichever way you want. So I'm going to press on this. This will open up the gradient editor. There are a lot of presets here that you can choose from, but I'm going to go here and change this white and change the color to, and I'm going to make this color to this kind of lighter shade of green. And I'm going to press OK. Now it's up to me or up to a designer how you want to set the gradient, how much do you want to pull it. Since we are thinking of making a shadow, the shadow of a letter is not going to stretch out all the way. It's going to be closer up here. So what we can do is we can move this diamond and reduce the area on which we have the black shadow falling or the black color falling. But the more we push it, as you can see, it fades it. So you can push this black color a little bit ahead to keep that darkness aligned to it. You can press a little bit like this. So in this way, you're pushing the black color to it, so it gives it more space. But through this diamond that divides the proportion or the area which divides these two colors, you can keep on trying it and pushing it until it gets really dark and the gradient doesn't move too much to the outside. So I'm going to keep it somewhere around here. The more I try, the more I look at it, the more I get closer to the kind of shade I want to. Alternatively, what you can do is you can bring it here and simply click here anywhere and it will add another color. So you can choose that as well. That can help you in deciding how much do you want to keep it. I think this is fine. Oops, I didn't mean that. Press undo. So somewhere around here is fine to me. Okay, so this is what we have set. We have added two colors and we have changed the color from white to green. I'm going to press OK. And I'm again going to press OK. Now we are going to copy this alphabet to all the letters one by one, placing one on top of the other to make the full design that we want to. That's the next thing we will do. All right, now let's continue this. So to copy each of this letter, you can do it from here. You can press right click and from there you can duplicate the layer, or you can simply press Ctrl J, or you can simply come here, press the Alt key. You press the Alt key first, then press down the mouse and Shift and move it like this. Now you can double click on it. This will turn on the text. And from here you can change the alphabet and make it to the letter you want. And I'm going to press on here in the tick. And since it's right on top of it, we'll hold it, press Shift and move it somewhere like this. Or you can also do that with the arrow keys on your keyboard to have a much sharper control. Now I'm again going to press Alt and copy it again, double click, change the letter to D. The word that I'm writing is hide, H-I-D, since we're trying to hide one alphabet behind the other. So I'm going to bring it here. I'm not overlapping it at the moment, since we can see we have to change the way the gradient is laid out on each alphabet to more or less to our own liking, to ensure that it's uniform and to the style we want it to have it. I'm going to double click and press the letter E. I'm going to press stick here. So in this case here with the alphabet E, we can see the value of gradient is not matching with the way it is on H. So you need to bring it to the half. So you press on this, go here in the layers, on the right hand side, double click on the layer style and come down here to the gradient overlay, press on the gradient. We can now make changes and give it more area, more space, and we can keep on editing it until it really gets to the point where we want it to be. Now we have gone a bit too far since the black area is more than 50%. So I need to bring it down much further, I think, to something like this. Yeah, push the black area, bring it in here, push the black more, something like this, spread it out a bit to something like this. Yep, about here. Yeah. Let's see what happens if I remove this. Okay, I think we need this now. I'm going to keep it like this, something like this around here. I'm going to press OK. I'm going to press OK. And now, since if we look at the letter D, it's behind. The letter D is visible. So I'm going to push it to the right hand side here until if I keep on pushing it on the outside, and this is the full area that's revealed. And we also need to adjust the letter D and bring it kind of above on it. Yep, above on it. And we also need to change value here and make it kind of overlap and until to the point the letter D black is visible, like this. Now we need to adjust the gradient here as well. Go down to the gradient overlay, and from here try and make changes, increase the black area. I think this should be fine. Now logically, if we think about it, since there is no letter above the letter E, so there shouldn't be any shadow here. But just for the sake of style and uniformity, I'll keep it. So now what we can do is we can select all these letters and group them together. And from here, if you go up here, make it to canvas, you can center align it, and you can again select the group, press Alt or even press Ctrl T and make it a lot bigger. Don't worry about the way shadow is changing at the moment. It will update itself. And now we can press tick here. It will automatically readjust everything. So you can see the eye has a strong presence on the edge. The one falling on D is fine. This is also fine. So again, finally need to take the lower edge and come here and quickly adjust it and make it something more like this. And with that, I think we are nearing completion, but this is what we have developed so far. There's one more thing that I want to talk about before we complete it. All right, on to the final segment. Now, many would believe that a better way would have been to simply choose the drop shadow. Let's see what happens if we do that. But let's take this letter E, and again, let's go here in the layer styles, and I'm going to bring it on the right hand side. And here we have the drop shadow. Let's click on this. As you can see, the drop shadow is in this direction. So even if I remove the gradient overlay, and it will reveal the white color, since we have the white color by default. So I'll keep it here for the moment. Let's go down here in the drop shadow, and we need to change it to the left. So I'll make it 0 degree. So as you can see, it has reversed the way the drop shadow is working. Now you can increase all these values, but as you can see, the objective of this tutorial or this style is to have the shadow just falling onto the alphabet. But the moment we choose the drop shadow option, you can see the shadow obviously falls behind it on everything that's below on the layer. So that kind of makes it not exactly the style that we are trying to develop. The shadow will fall on the whole area, and that is something that we don't want. But if we uncheck the drop shadow, here what we wanted to achieve was pretty simple, that the shadow should be limited to just the alphabet and it shouldn't affect the whole area that's there. So that's the kind of style that we are trying to develop here, and that's what we have done here. So that is why I think it's not wise to choose the drop shadow to develop. And so for this reason, choosing drop shadow for this kind of design is not a possible option. And in this way, we have developed the full style, pressed full screen so that you can see it for yourself. This is what we have developed. It's a simple tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll be back again very soon with another tutorial. Thank you.